May I please have you state and spell your first and last name for the record?
Leonard Jefferson, Leonard Jefferson.
Thank you, Mr. Jefferson. Mr. Paul, whenever you're ready, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Jefferson, on the weekend of September 7th, 1996, did you come out to Las Vegas?
Yes, sir.
And where were you coming from?
Los Angeles.
And why'd you come out to Vegas?
I was coming to attend the Mike Tyson Bruce Seldon fight.
Where were you staying?
The Monte Carlo Hotel.
And were you here by yourself or with somebody else?
I was here with someone else.
Did you go to the MGM Grand for the fight?
Yes,
Did you actually attend the fight?
I did not.
Tell us about that. Why didn't you attend the fight?
I was just in the lobby, people watching, and normally when we come to the fights, we just hang out for a little while. And a couple people were asking, were they selling tickets? Were we selling tickets? Turned them down, and then a couple, I remember were from Detroit, had a green, they were matching green suit, and the guy offered us $2,500 each for our tickets, and we didn't pass it up, and we sold our tickets.
I guess you didn't miss much, right? Only a minute, 30-second fight. So.
Yes, sir. And that's what we talked about on the way coming down. It might be another quick fight.
Yeah. In the lobby area while you were watching people, did you see somebody relevant to this case?
Yeah, I saw Tupac and his entourage come in.
And then was that before the fight?
Yes.
How did you know that was Tupac and his entourage?
I just recognized him. Just knew who he was.
And had you had previous interactions with Mr. Shakur?
Briefly, yes. Back in Los Angeles.
Can you tell us about what those interactions were about?
Back in those days, I used to sell cars, and a couple people that worked for Death Row Records, I sold them a couple of cars, and I delivered them to Can-Am Studios in the Valley. And I just happened to meet them, or they introduced me to them, and we talked about cars, and that was it. Nothing major.
So let's go back to Las Vegas on September 7th, 1996. You sell your tickets for a pretty good amount. What do you do afterwards?
Continue people watching. Then I guess once the fight started, people were still, hanging out, and we decided to go back across the street to our hotel, and we took our money and went to the crap tables.
And by the hotel, you're talking about the Monte Carlo?
Yes, sir.
And then at some point, do you decide to leave the Monte Carlo?
Yeah, after a couple hours of being there, I got hungry, and I wanted to I called California Pizza Kitchen, place an order, and they told me it would be like 20, 30 minutes. And I told my buddy I was about to leave to go to pick up my order. And I walked outside to the valet, gave him my ticket, get my truck. I had a Suburban back then. And once they brought it up, I drove out and went to the Strip, went to the Las Vegas Boulevard.
And you had said you were driving a Suburban?
Yes, sir.
What color was that Suburban?
White.
So, and just for the folks that don't know, a white Suburban is like a big white SUV.
Yes, yes, sir.
Then when you were driving down Las Vegas Boulevard, were you headed toward, driving north towards the stratosphere, I guess, as a marker?
Yeah, I was headed north, yes.
And while you were driving north on Las Vegas Boulevard, did you see anybody that you had met earlier?
Yeah, I was stopped at a light, and a car rolled up. Well, really, the wheels really caught my attention, and then I looked up and I saw it was Tupac and Suge sitting in the car.
Well, did you try to interact with Mr. Shakur or Mr. Knight?
With Tupac, I did.
Okay. And what happened? Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, I said, hey, what up, Pop? And then he kind of looked and kind of took like a double take. He said, oh, what up, man? And then I said, hey, where you guys headed? He said, we're headed to the club. You should follow us. I said, all right, cool. And then, I don't know, I said, man, let me get a picture real quick. And I had my camera in my center console, so I just grabbed my camera and snapped the picture.
So this was before iPhone, so you actually had a physical camera with you?
Yeah, I had a 35 millimeter camera.
I'm going to show you what's been previously admitted as State's Exhibit Number 3. Do you recognize what's being shown to you?
Yes, sir.
What is that?
That's the picture that I took.
Now, after taking this picture, so you took this picture at a red light,
Yes, sir.
and I'm assuming the light turns green at some point.
Yes, it does.
What do you do?
After I took the picture, the light changed green, and they took off, and I recognized like one or two of the cars that were behind them from seeing them from L.A. So I let them go by, and then they got in front of me, and then I got 3 cars behind them, behind the BMW, and then we're just driving down Las Vegas Boulevard.
At some point, do you make a right turn?
Yes.
Can you tell us about that?
Yeah. So we I don't guess the street is. I remember the Flamingo. We get to Flamingo, and as we're making the right turn, I get on the phone. I was calling California Pizza Kitchen to cancel my food order.
Because you're heading to the club, right? You don't need a CPK anymore.
Yeah, I don't need CPK. So while I was on the phone with him, like 30 seconds or so, and then all of a sudden I just hear pop, 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 and I kind of like, like looking around, and then I see the cars were stopped, and I see the people in front that were in the cars. They got out of the car and ran to the front. They ran to the BMW.
So you hear gunshots.
Yes.
But you don't. Do you see where the gunshots are coming from?
I did not know.
And do you see who's doing the shooting?
I did not know.
You just hear the gunshots.
I just hear them. Yes.
And then when you are looking up, after it looks like you were kind of ducking down a little bit.
Yeah, because I didn't know where they were coming from.
After you look up, you see people from the other parts of the caravan get out of their vehicles.
Yes, sir.
And which vehicle are they going towards?
They went towards the BMW.
And then what happens after the people start going towards the BMW?
When they started running there, all of a sudden I see the BMW make a big wide U-turn going back towards Las Vegas Boulevard.
And the BMW, I don't know that we've established this yet. The BMW, is that the car that Suge was driving that Tupac was in?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Suge or Mr. Knight makes a wide U-turn.
Yes.
And then what happens after that?
The people, they run back to their cars, and actually one of the guys, I didn't know who he was. He tried to get in my car, and I didn't know dude, so I guess he realized he was getting in the wrong car or whatever. I don't know what it was. So I got caught up in the little situation. I made a big wide U-turn as well. Now I made the U-turn. I catch up to. I'm behind the Lexus. It was a green Lexus. So I'm behind him, and then we see Suge make the wide left turn back onto the strip, and he went up on the curb and came back down, and then we all went through the intersection. It was traffic coming through, and we just all made it through. And then we got to, Harmon. We got back to Harmon, and Suge makes another left turn, and now it's like cross traffic. He couldn't get through. And by this time, now we see the bicycle cops. There's a bicycle cop rolls up, and Suge is kind of like, stop here. This is Las Vegas. This is the street he turns on. So he's just stopped. And then the cop drops his bike, and I started to get out, and then I got back in once I saw the cops, whatever. And then what happened?
So, so you're in the middle of Harmon in Las Vegas?
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Knight's car has just stopped at this point.
Yes.
And you stop as well.
Yes.
Are there any other cars that stop along with Mr. Knight's car?
Yeah, I'm stopped behind the green Lexus.
Okay, so
I'm really right behind him in the turning lane.
So there's the BMW that Mr. Knight's driving.
Yes.
You have a green Lexus, and you have white Suburban that you're aware of. And then you said you were going to get out of your car. You see bike cops, and then you decide to stay in your car.
Got back in. Yes.
What do you see as you're inside your car? Do you look at the BMW at all?
I look at it, and then I see, like I said, the bicycle cop rolled up, and then he drops his bike, and then I see Suge getting out the car, and now the officer is yelling commands to him, "Get down, lay down," and you hear Suge saying, "My man, pocket shot, we need help, pocket shot." And then the cops, I kind of blanked out. I didn't really hear what he said. And then the cop, for whatever, walked over there to Suge. Suge got up and they walked over to the passenger side of the car.
Okay, and so initially, is it fair to say there's one bike cop, or are there multiple bike cops immediately?
Well, I saw one, but then others came.
Okay, so
well, one immediately. I saw one immediately.
Okay, so the one immediately shows up, and then other bike cops show up afterwards.
Yes,
okay.
sir.
And then the one bike cop, he's the one that's talking to Mr. Knight, and then at some point do they go over to the passenger side and deal with Mr. Shakur?
Yes.
Can you tell us about that?
Well, at that time, when that occurred, a police officer rolled up in a vehicle. He ran up and pulled a gun on me and ordered me out of the car. He opened my door and then threw me down, snatched me out of the car and threw me down on the ground. Now I'm like prone down on the ground. I'm in the direction I'm facing. I could see what's going on with the with the police and shit.
Did the officer give you an explanation as to why he was treating you in such a manner?
Yeah, I said, "Hey, what's going on?" He said, "We have witnesses saying that you were part of their entourage."
Okay. And at that point, when you're prone and looking at what's going on at the BMW, what do?
I see that they were kind of like struggling with the door. They get the door out, open, and then they pull. I see they pull Tupac out of the car.
And were you able to observe Mr. Shakur?
Not really. I saw the movement, but I didn't see what happened after he got out the car.
All right. So what happens after that?
The cop is, he sits me up now. He's asked me for my ID, where I'm from, what am I doing here, where am I staying, and he's writing down the information. The other is, I don't know if it was his partner or just another cop was searching my Suburban, looking at whatever they do.
Yeah. Your Honor, I'm going to approach the witness with state's proposed exhibits 149 and 150.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Mr. Paul.
I'm going to show you state's exhibit 150. Do you recognize the people in state's 150?
I don't know at the time I didn't know their names. That's me sitting here. I had the black pants with like a tuxedo type vest and white T-shirt, and I learned this is Edie Mean, and I don't know at the time I didn't know their names.
Okay. All right. Have you subsequently met or learned their names since then?
I've learned their names, and I met Edie a couple times, just out and about.
I'm going to show you what's been marked as State's Exhibit 149. Since that night, have you learned who these people's names are?
Yes.
And does this accurately reflect who their names are?
It says their names. I can't say if it's them or not, but yes.
Okay. I'm going to move State's 149 and 150 into evidence.
Any objection? This time I'm just going to move in 149.
No objection to 149.
149 will be admitted.
I'm sorry, 150.
He meant 150.
150.
149 will not be admitted. 150 will be admitted.
Can you, can we publish 150?
Yeah.
All right. Mr. Jefferson, do you have the mouse in front of you right there? To your...
Oh, right here? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
All right. Can you use the mouse and show us if you see yourself in this?
Yeah, this is me right here.
And then you said there was somebody next to you that you came to know?
Yeah, I learned this was Edie Mean.
Okay. Approximately when in this night is this photo taken from?
I don't know the exact time, but
Like in the sequence of events. I don't need a time, but this is after you get pulled out of your vehicle?
no.
When is this?
The
When you come back?
when I come back, yes.
Okay. All right, so then we'll get to that.
Yes.
So, at some point, are you released from the scene, told you can go?
Yes.
And where do you go?
I go back to my hotel.
And what do you do at the hotel?
I go back to the craft table where my buddy was, and I'm talking to him, telling him what's going on, and
I'm sure it's a hell of a story you're
oh
telling.
yeah,
me,
it
Brian.
was, yeah.
And then, what does anything happen that draws you back to the scene?
Yeah, well, while I was there, I guess I was there maybe 15, 20 minutes or so, and while I'm standing there talking to him, I get a tap on my shoulder, and it's a police officer. It's the same police officer that snatched me out of my car, and he said, "We fucked up. The detectives want you back at the scene, so we need to get you back at the scene."
And had you at the scene told police officers where you were staying?
Yes, I did.
Now, when you get back to the scene, how does that happen?
Excuse me. The officer said that we see your Suburban still outside. We need your Suburban back on the scene, and we need you as well. He said, "Okay, well, I'll drive it back." He said, "No, my partner will drive your Suburban back, and you'll ride in the car with me."
Now, where did you sit in the car riding back to
I sat in the front seat.
Okay, so you're sitting in the front seat of a police vehicle,
Yes, sir.
and then another officer is driving your Suburban back.
Yes.
At some point, do they become aware that you actually took a photo of Mr. Shakur and Mr. Knight just minutes before the shooting?
Yes.
And how does that happen?
Well, once I got back to the scene, the officer said a detective will come and talk to you. So I sat in the car 20, 30 minutes or so. And then a detective came over, talked to me, introduced himself to me. And he just asked me, what happened, describe what happened.
And did you tell him, to the best of your recollection, what happened?
Yes.
And then at some point, did they ask for your camera?
Yeah, well, I told him that I was in the intersection. I took a picture, and then he got like, "Oh, really?" And I said, "Yeah." And he asked me, "Do I still have the camera?" I said, "Yeah, the camera's in my truck."
And so, do you give it over to the police?
Yeah, I back then we had the 35 millimeter where they had the self rewind, because I think I had either 24 or 36 exposures, but I hadn't taken all the pictures. So the camera has like a self rewind where you can rewind the film. So I rewound it, and I gave them the cartridge.
Okay. So back then there was a roll of film, right?
Yes, sir.
And then you would load the camera by stretching the film across the bottom of it.
Well, it wasn't that kind.
Oh, okay.
You just put it in, and then it
Automatically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then when it was done, it would automatically rewind the film into the canister.
Yeah, unless you did the self rewind, and you didn't want to do the whole 24, 36 or whatever it was.
And so you did the self rewind and then handed over the film to the police.
Yes.
At some point, do they give you back the film?
Yeah, a couple weeks later.
And then do you develop that film?
Yes.
And it's at that point that you realize, oh, I have this photo.
Yes.
Since that time, obviously, that photo had become pretty famous. Is that fair to say?
Yeah. Yes, it has.
And as a result of it being associated with this case and the night of this particular murder, has there been some accusations of a conspiracy theory of you somehow staging this scene?
Oh yeah. Sure. Yes.
And can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, I mean, the internet does what it does. People, it was set up. It was a movie scene. Yeah.
That you had staged this
Yeah.
scene?
Yeah, I staged it. I currently work in the movie industry as a picture card coordinator, so they put that all together.
Let me ask you this, sir. Did you stage the scene?
I did not.
Nothing further.
Thank you, Mr. Palal. Cross-examination, Mr. Sant.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Jefferson, are you aware that the picture that you took ended up on the cover of a book written by Keffe Scott?
Yes.
Did you allow for permission for that to happen?
Yes, she licensed it through my agency.
I see. And with regard to that picture, I'm assuming at some point that you were able to sell the rights to that picture to people who needed to use that picture in furtherance of whatever project they had.
Yeah, the agency that represented it, they did. They licensed it to different.
And then with regards to the night, so your testimony is you're coming out of the Monte Carlo, you're on Las Vegas Boulevard, and you see Suge's BMW on Las Vegas Boulevard. Is that right?
I didn't see it when I first got there.
Yeah.
It pulled up next to me.
All right. So if I could just show you State's Exhibit number 1.
I have it.
That's one. Okay, I'm going to show you what's been marked and admitted as State's Exhibit number 1 first. And I'm assuming you're not from Las Vegas.
No, sir.
All right. So this, you just tell me if you can recognize just from this aerial view what we're looking at here with State's Exhibit number 1.
I mean, based on what it says, MGM, Carriage House, Harmon, Cobalt, Flamingo.
Right. In terms of where the Monte Carlo is or was at the time when you were there, can you point out on this map where it would have been?
Is this Las Vegas Boulevard right here?
So if you take that
cursor.
Oh, you know what? That must doesn't work.
Oh yeah, it's not working right
If you could do me a favor.
now. Where it says MGM Grand, is that the Las Vegas Boulevard?
Yes, but if you could just get up, sir, just you could point to the screen up there if you want
You
to
want me
get
to
up.
get up?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
All right, so is this Las Vegas Boulevard?
Yes, sir.
Well, how's Harmon over there?
Let me ask you this question real quick.
I can't tell where Las Vegas Boulevard is. Sorry.
No, that's all right. And once again, I just want you to be familiar with this. If you're not familiar with it, I'll just take it down.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
No worries. You can back up on the stand. That's fine. And fair to say, of course, we're talking 30 years, and you're not from here, so it would be very difficult for you to remember that kind of stuff, right?
Remember what?
Details about, on an aerial map where Las Vegas Boulevard is, maybe where Tropicana.
I mean, I could, if I had a actual map that showed where the street is, because it said Harmon
Right.
on one area. If you could put it back up, that would.
Sure. You want to jump back down and?
No, I could do it from right now.
Okay.
Well, it says Harmon. So Harmon. Oh, okay, I see. So the red dot is Harmon in Las Vegas.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yes, that's where I took the picture at.
Okay.
Yes, gotcha.
All right, and that's where the cars eventually ended up anyhow on the way back.
Yes,
Okay. Now we see on State's Exhibit number 1, you have this Flamingo and this right here.
yes.
Any reason to dispute that that's Flamingo?
No,
Okay.
from what it says, Flamingo.
Sure. Got to follow what the map says, you know what I'm saying? So let me ask you this. So I'm going to screw all in here real quick. You said you see them over off of Harmon, meaning Suge and Tupac over on Harmon and Las Vegas Boulevard.
We were
and
on
that's
Las Vegas Boulevard.
in the beginning.
Yes, sir.
And that's where you took the picture of Tupac and Suge.
Yes, sir.
And you're doing it from your Suburban.
Yes.
And then at some point they're saying, "Hey, come with us to the club." And I'm assuming at that point, you tell me if I'm wrong, you didn't know where 662 was.
I did not.
All right, so you're just following the procession.
Just following. Yes.
So at some point, you Suge's in vehicle number one. There's 2 other vehicles behind it, and then you slip in as vehicle number, I guess, 4 in the line or 3 behind Suge.
I think it was 3 cars back.
Okay, behind Suge's vehicle.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then you are driving down at this particular point, and you're going down Las Vegas Boulevard, heading north, as you said before.
Yes.
And then you make a right-hand turn on Flamingo.
Yes.
and then you head down. Now, I just want to be very clear. When you get to that intersection, which would be the intersection where everyone stops, it was a red light.
Yeah, I didn't make it all the way to the intersection to Koval. I didn't make it all the way there
Why not?
because I was back and I don't know, like I said, like three cars back. So I didn't make it all the way to the intersection.
The intersection.
Yes.
Okay.
When I made the U-turn, I was in the middle of between Koval and Las Vegas.
So how did you make your U-turn?
I made a big wide U-turn. I was in the second lane.
Okay.
We were in the second lane, and I made the U-turn into the, I guess, third lane and went back over in other direction.
I see. Now, when you make that turn, you come back over, you make a left back on, you're following Suge's vehicle all the way through.
Yes, sir.
Are you still number 3 or number 4 in the procession?
I think I was like number 2.
Oh,
I was
okay.
behind the green Lexus.
Okay. And then when you get to this intersection, that's
Harmon.
That's Harmon right there. So
Yes.
that's when you stop your vehicle, you get out of your vehicle at that point.
Where they pulled me out the vehicle.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they pull you out of the vehicle. And fair to say there's a lot of confusion going on that night.
From who?
I would imagine with the police officers, they arrive on scene, they don't know what's going on or who's who, right?
Oh yeah, yes.
Yeah. But that night, can you describe for us the traffic when you were stopped? I mean, were there cars on the road? Were there people on the sidewalks? Anything like
Yeah,
that?
there was traffic. It was like, I guess you would say, a medium traffic.
And people on the streets?
Yes.
All right. Now, when you first arrived and you had seen Suge and Tupac, can you describe for us a little bit about, I mean, they're in the vehicle and you recognize the vehicle, right? Because
I didn't know the vehicle. No.
Oh, did you see Suge and Tupac in the vehicle?
That's what I saw. The wheels is what caught my attention.
The wheels.
And then I looked back and I saw Tupac and Suge.
Okay. And were people running up to the car?
No.
And so when you ran up, Tupac, was he hanging out of the window? Was he sitting in his chair?
He was sitting in his seat.
Okay. And when you have that conversation with him, of course, you're having a conversation, and it's not like, I mean, you're not hearing people screaming out Tupac's name or anything like that.
No.
At that particular point.
No.
Now, in addition to that, you said that that when you were summoned back to the area by the police, they told you to take your vehicle and actually put it back into the area
No.
that it was before? No.
No.
They just drive over to the area in your
They,
suburban.
yeah, the officer drove it back.
I see.
He didn't put it back where it was.
Do you know any reason why they would have just driven your vehicle back?
They did drive it back.
I know, but why did they? You know?
Oh no, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
And when you were there, you had made mention that your film was taken. You had given your film over to Metro,
To the detective.
and when you got it back, it still was not developed.
It was in strips.
Ah, I see. So they had developed it.
They
and was
developed it. Yes.
Gotcha. So what you had was the negative,
Yes, sir.
and then you printed from the negative.
I took it to a photo, a 1 hour photo, and they developed it.
Okay. Sir, I have no further questions. Thank you.
Anything further, Mr. Paul?
Nope.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, any questions for this witness? Okay, we have one. Just a question from our jury. Can you recall the name of the detective who introduced himself to you the night when you arrived back on the scene?
Kevin Manning.
Okay. Any follow-up based on that state?
Nothing from the state.
Defense?
Hang on.
All right. Thank you so much for being with us, Mr. Jefferson. You are free to go. Have a good day.
Thank you.